I'm calling bullshit. I'm saying if you did not want them kids, baby, you should have gave them off.
She always got something to say. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did.
We gonna cry a little.
I keep
laugh a lot.
I like her.
Hear real shit.
Keeping it real.
In the right spot.
Come on,
Let's
y'all.
talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm your girl Jamaica, of course. Well, let's just go ahead and cut straight to the video. If you have never been here before, if you've never seen this face, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and just like that, you're here, I'm here, we're family. Okay, let's just cut into it. Apparently people don't want their kids, okay? There are parents going through drastic measures to get rid of these kids. Okay, I want to touch on a couple of stories. The story in South Carolina with the woman who didn't know that her two children were in the back of the car. Okay, 2 car seats, 2 children, Bryson and Brayden. Okay, apparently she woke up, maybe she had a long night. She went to work, she didn't know the kids were in the car, she forgot the kids were in the car after a 9-hour shift. Then she proceeded to go to the daycare to pick the kids up, assuming that she dropped them off there before her 9-hour shift. Come to find out, they were in the backseat of the car the entire time. First, let me say the media is full of shit. They headlined that 2 kids found in the daycare. Dead, killed at daycare. Like, y'all know they have nothing to do with them daycare people. They got enough going on already. Yeah, everybody is saying like, oh, the parents are so distraught. You have people commenting saying, we're so sorry for her loss. You know, she had a lot going on. You never know what she was going through the night before. Pause. I pray for those children. They're up there with God. May they souls rest in peace. Now, if I have a lot going on the night before and I'm just dog tired in the morning, there's no way I'm even going to get up out my bed. There's no way I'm getting up out my bed. So it's a lot of things that just don't make sense. Like the story just it sounds like it's bull crap. So you telling me you put them kids in the vehicle, or let's just say whoever put them kids in the vehicle, whatever, they're in the vehicle. Let's say the husband, the father, whatever, put the kids in the car, and you got in the car, you drove off. You telling me you have 3 mirrors, 2 sides, one of these, okay? You drove to work. You telling me you didn't reach in your purse or reach for your purse. You just straight took the keys out of the car or pressed the button, whatever it is, and then got out the car like this and closed the door and then kept walking. Not only that, but you're telling me that you parked in a place where there are no people walking past. Nobody said, hey, there's kids in that car. I don't want to hear shit about nobody tinting windows. Because no. You telling me nobody's seen this. You're telling me you spent an entire 9 hours at work. Not a smoke break, not a lunch. How many people do you know not go to their car for lunch or do not step outside to smoke? Okay, let's just say you don't. It didn't dawn on you sitting in your work chair. You made it to work. Okay, so whatever you was going through, you wasn't going through that much, because if anybody want to get out of anything, it's work. Okay, but let's just say you was able to go to work. You telling me the entire 9 hours you were sitting there, you never once had a thought like, fuck, my kids. I have that feeling about my purse or my keys, about anything. For 9 hours you never thought about your kids. Then you're telling me, cool, the shift is over. I don't know about y'all, but when I am walking up to my car, any car, it's just natural for me to look at all the windows. Like, I don't know if your eyes can cut off the back part of your windows and then just see the front. I look at all of it. You walked to your vehicle, proceeded to get in your vehicle and not notice that it was kids. And I'm sure at this point the kids probably did, so they probably was silent. But on your way to work, I know they wasn't silent. You're telling me you got in the car, didn't even notice. When you're looking in your rearview mirror, this up here, you can't help but see what's in the back. I'm trying to see where this is going. So then you drove to the daycare and asked for your kids. So you then got out of the car again. You must have had to just push to start or have your key work or your car work, and then you got out and you proceeded to walk forward and you never thought to look behind you. I am calling bullshit. That's just me, and that's fucked up. If people don't want their children, give them away. There are so many people who want kids. You want me to believe this story? And what's crazy is people make Facebook comments and all type of comments like, I don't know what she was going through, and it's been plenty of times. No. There's not been no plenty of times where you did not notice you have kids in the car. They even have it now on cars, literally in the car, that says you have somebody in the rear seat of your vehicle. So rather, I don't know if the car knows that you opened the back seat, or if the car physically knows that it's maybe somebody back there, it's motion activated, I don't know. But it literally says, like, in the dashboard or whatever, that you have somebody. It's like a reminder. It's like a beep, 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 beep. It's a reminder that there's something or someone in the back seat of the vehicle. Let's just say you don't have a newer 2020, 2021, 2019 vehicle. There's no way you took that entire day and didn't notice them children. I'm calling bullshit. I'm saying if you did not want them kids, baby, you should have gave them off. Listen to this. Another family in Baltimore, a woman killed her 2 kids, 6 and 8. Killed them. People was confused. People say, you know, when we seen her kids, she seemed nice. She didn't give us any, you know, idea or anything. However, it was said that a year prior, she had took her children to her grandmother's house when her mom was gone and set the house on fire with the kids in it. Red flags, red flags, red flags. Like, she shouldn't have got her children back. However, the court said we gave the children back to her because the father didn't want them. So we gave her the custody. Yes, CPS was supposed to follow up, but they did not. Everything seemed fine. They found the 2 kids in the home. She was gone, of course. There was an odor coming from the apartment. They had the maintenance man come and check on it. 2 bodies, 2 of the kids. The little boy was found stabbed in the back. The little girl was found in the tub with a cloth around her neck, like she had been strangled or drowned or whatever the case may have been. And their bodies had been completely decomposed. The woman had left maybe a week prior. They did catch up to her, I think, a few days after the kids were discovered, because she had went to the county. She told them everything that happened, how she killed them. She said she had a mental breakdown. I know orphanages, I know they're not out here no more. I know it's geared towards foster homes, but I'm starting to believe we need to recreate orphanages. We need to recreate a safe space for children, for families, or for mothers, or for fathers who feel like, I don't know what to do. You need to have a place where you can just go drop them off. Now it's like, if they're between 1 or newborn and a certain age, you can take them to the police department or the fire station or the hospital and drop them off, no questions asked. Cool. It doesn't help kids that are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, whatever the case may be. That doesn't help them. What do they do? The woman whose 5 kids were all killed in her apartment. Bullshit. Talking about the other grandparents was there and they made it out. So you telling me a whole fire blaze went up and nobody thought to grab the kids? Nobody started tossing kids out the window? If it wasn't an explosion, then it took time for that fire to spread. But only the grandparents made it out? And then I watched that news review. People were like, oh, I don't care what people think. You should. Because explain to me how all 5 of your kids that were able to get out, like they're able to run, they're not babies, they're able to, you know, they school kids. How was it? Unless they was all drugged to sleep and knocked the fuck out, which I doubt, in the middle of the day. How was it that the grandparents made it, but the kids didn't? Nobody is asking these questions, and everybody is just saying, oh, I'm sympathetic for the parents, or my heart goes out to the parents. Mine don't. Nothing goes out to these parents, because your #1 job is to protect your children at all costs, and at least be smart enough or safe enough to say, I can't do this, and go give them to another family member, or go give them to the police. Yeah, you're not going to be able to just like get rid of them. Like, they're probably going to have to go through a process, unless you're physically harming them or you are saying to be, and you're telling them this is how I'm feeling, like I want to kill my kids. But the fact that the only way out for these children are to die at the hands of the people who brought them into the world, that's a whole different type of sin. That's a, like, and I get it. I understand mental illness. I understand that sometimes you can be overwhelmed as a parent. If you are a single parent, if you live in a 2-parent household, whatever, you can be overwhelmed mentally. I get that part. I'm not overlooking that. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. I'm not saying that it should be bypassed. What I'm saying is that if you know this, if you feel this, say something. This is what I was saying in a previous video. You have to stand for something that stands for something. Don't just say something when something happened outside on the streets. Say something when what you're doing could affect the next person. Say my mental health is not together. I'm not together. I cannot do this. I'm having thoughts of killing my kids. I'm having thoughts of being suicidal, or, you know, whatever the case is, burning them down. But instead, everybody is just like, you know, they don't feel like they have any options. And we have to create a community in whatever state, whatever city you're in. You have to, you know, get these mayors and governors to create something that helps women and men with their mental health and a place for these kids to have safety. These kids need to be safe. We don't know what's going on in these homes, and the fact that the children have to be a product and they have to be the sacrifice for us to know, oh, she needed mental help. No. And I don't believe the bullshit ass stories. If you're gonna do some shit, stand on it. Even if it's killing your kids. Because they already gonna know. And the people in prison, the inmates, is not gonna care that you had mental issues. You killed your kid. We gonna see you on the yard, bitch, when they pop them locks. So at least stand on it. But it kills me when you hear a story, this bullshit, and then you see a media interview and the parents like, oh my god, and the family's like, you know, they're going through it, really going through it right now, and just pray for them. Fuck no. No. Because as an adult, you know when something's not right, especially within you. There are times when I'm overwhelmed. I step outside, or I pour me some Crown and make me a cocktail. I never think about harming my children. That's a different type of evil when you can see someone you brought into this world suffer and cry and beg for their life or take their last breath. Oh my god. Just talking about it, like. Okay, so I'm gonna go and say that the stories are bullshit. I'm the one with the girl in South Carolina who didn't know her kids were in the car. The family that lost all 5 of their children. I'm calling bullshit on that. And then the other girl who just said, I'm killing my kids, and then she said it. That's fucked up. But at least she didn't come with no sob story talking about, I don't know what happened to them, they was kidnapped or some crazy story. She just flat out said, I have mental health issues. Yes, I killed them, and this is how I killed them. Now you still going to jail. Ma'am. And what's crazy is you wouldn't have noticed. I will leave the YouTube video below. Watch it. You wouldn't have even noticed that this woman had mental issues. She walking around every day looking done up. Wigs, highlights, contouring, eyelashes. The kids are dressed nice. Their hairs are done, cut. You would have never noticed it. That's mental health. The fact that she tried to take them to her mama house and burn her mama house down with them in it screams like, CPS, y'all not doing y'all job. Like, nah, we wouldn't have never placed them kids if I was in charge back with her. We would have had some deep evaluations. But then again, I get it from the CPS side. They have lows and lows and lows and lows. But then y'all need to hire. Because we're not going to lose kids because y'all feel like we can overlook this and we can overlook this. You cannot overlook a child's life. Does it make sense? I don't give a fuck if you sit up all night. You chose this job. You knew what came with this job. So you do your job. Like I said, the world is just so focused on the wrong thing. Kids are killing kids. You know, kids aren't even safe at home. Their parents don't like them. Their parents are physically abusing them, allowing other people to abuse them. And all the world cares about is this Telfar bag, or Beyonce's birthday, or the Donda album and Drake and who's the best. And that's nice. Cool. But that's not what's important. That's not going to change the world. Unfortunately. And I love me some Beyonce. It's cool, it's nice, you know, it's fun, it's entertainment. But what's not entertaining is turning on the news or going on YouTube or reading in the paper how someone else killed the child, how a child killed the child, you know, how someone was abused or someone was molested and found somewhere. Like, it's real things that need to be talked about, and nobody's concerned about them. Everybody is just about themselves, and they're concerned about themselves. And yeah, you want to be okay, but how are you doing God's job? How are you really fulfilling your own purpose if you're not doing for someone else? If you're not trying to be the change, if you're not trying to help the change or push the change? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I just don't. But I do talk about what needs to be talked about. I did want to come on here and say that rest in peace to the beautiful babies that are dying at the hands of everything and everyone. It's sad. I pray that, you know, God is up there and he's really working on something, because the world really needs help. With that being said, make sure you're following the blog site. I'll leave it here. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter for all the behind the scenes, and just to keep in touch and hang out. And we can keep it real all over the social media apps, so don't worry about it. It's just not real here, but it gets real everywhere. If you want the links and information to this hair, I will also leave that below in the description box. And yeah, on that note, I'll see you guys later.